Hello everyone and welcome back to our Drarry Adventcalendar with the title A Husband for Christmas by the wonderful Jolly Love. Today we are reading day number 12. 12 Days of Christmas. Harry woke up, Scorpius bright and early, and they walked through Muggle London into Dean and Seamus' little cafe. Well, it wasn't that small, since it was a 2-story building with a gallery, but it was well hidden and also well liked. Most people who knew about it told it only to their best friends or closest family members, since it was such a hidden gem. It was a little early, but the door was slightly ajar, which made Harry chuckle, and he opened it. As soon as Harry entered, Dean had seen him, basically ran towards him.
"Harry Potter, I don't believe it. You're still in London. I thought you went to travel the world."
Smiling weakly, Harry shrugged his shoulders and then hugged his friend.
"Plans get changed all the time, Dean. This here is my friend Scorpius. I wanted to ask if we could get breakfast here." "Absolutely,"
Seamus answered behind Dean, who yelped as he hadn't expected his boyfriend to be there. He was pulled back by his waist, as Seamus had thrown his hand around his boyfriend. Fiancé, actually.
"Come on in."
Scorpius chuckled as they entered, and Seamus led them to a table on the mezzanine.
"We've got all kinds of breakfast platters. Vegetarian and non-vegetarian, and then small, medium, or large." "Large,"
Scorpius chimed in, and Harry laughed. Seamus smirked.
"So, large?"
He looked at Harry amused.
"Non-vegetarian large, yes,"
he confirmed, and Scorpius' eyes grew wide.
"But you need to eat all of it. If anything is left over, we'll never come back here."
Scorpius threw his hand in front of his mouth, and Seamus inhaled sharply as well, then leaned down and whispered loudly,
"What you can't eat, I'll eat for you. Then you can still come here."
Giggling, Scorpius nodded, and Harry smirked, while Seamus winked at Harry.
"Coffee, tea, anything else?"
"Hot chocolate?"
Scorpius asked, and quickly widened his eyes before he changed his question.
Could I have a hot chocolate, please?"
"Absolutely, young man. Since you're so polite, it's even on the house."
Seamus grinned. Harry chuckled.
"I'm the one who's paying anyway."
Seamus snorted.
"Then it's double the price."
Before Harry could respond, he already loved how Scorpius was laughing loudly about this comment. Dean called from the bottom floor.
"Seamus, we're opening in 5 minutes. Get your lame bot down here."
"My bot is perfect."
Seamus called down and grinned. He then turned back to Harry.
"Milk? Coffee?"
"Yes, please."
Nodding, Seamus jumped down the stairs and joined Dean at the bottom floor. Scorpius grinned from ear to ear.
"I like it here."
Harry chuckled.
"I do too. I haven't been here for quite a while, but since you're staying over, I figure we should do something fun for the remainder of the morning."
While they waited for their breakfast, this little cafe filled quickly with staff and customers, and after half an hour it was completely filled. Christmas music filled the air, and the happy chatter of customers made Harry smile. After some time, Scorpius, who had been quietly observing everything, smiled at Harry.
"So, what do you do on Christmas?"
"I'm usually spending it with my family."
Scorpius didn't need to know that this meant sitting in front of Ginny and James's grave and eating Christmas cookies, telling them about his life until Neville, George, and Ron would come by and take him home. It was always the same, and this Christmas would mark the 10th anniversary of them being gone.
"Sounds fun,"
Scorpius answered and looked at the arriving platter. He once again looked so hungry, as if he hadn't eaten anything for days. Harry chuckled as Dean placed the platter down personally. The Gryffindor grinned at Harry.
"I've been informed that he'll be paying twice for our chocolate, and—"
Harry rolled his eyes while Scorpius laughed loudly. Dean chuckled and waved his hand to show him that the comment was not true.
"Please enjoy your larger breakfast."
He leaned over to Scorpius.
"And if you can't eat all of it, call me. We'll get through it together."
He winked at the blond boy, who snorted and nodded enthusiastically.
"That wasn't the plan, guys,"
Harry commented, smirking, but Dean pretended not to hear him, and waved when he walked back down the stairs. In the end, Scorpius actually managed to finish the platter, with Harry, of course, and they went to Malfoy Manor around 12:30, just to see someone else leave. Harry wasn't sure, but he thought he had recognized the person, though with how little he saw of him or her, he could have been wrong.
"Lord Malfoy?"
Harry greeted Draco, who stood outside, and smiled at him.
"I trust you had a nice meeting."
Draco inclined his head, but decided not to answer. Not that Harry thought he would. He was the caregiver, after all. Before the Slytherin could go back inside, Harry cleared his throat and wet his lips.
I might need to tell you that I will not be available tomorrow. I've already planned to help another family. I hope this does not delay your plans, Lord Malfoy.
Oh, it does not. Thank you for telling me today, Lord Potter. I wish you a pleasant day. While Harry walked back through the wards, he thought that Draco looked a little shaken. Well, he did have to marry someone to keep his house and his son in the house, so he was allowed to look a little shaken. To be continued.